I'm an alcoholic addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT and I'm an alcoholic addict.
What is up, my dudes? My name's Felice.
So that's Felice. She just said so, and I said it too. So now it's twice now.
So if you guys didn't know, my name's Felice.
Something like that.
Just to reiterate.
Real quick, two things. We may have some internet problems. 5 minutes before we start the show. But yeah, do we sound good? Okay, thank you. I switched up some audio settings in here just to see if I can get better quality audio. So I'm hoping that that's the case. But it says I'm on unstable internet connection, and I have it plugged in, and I don't know why it's not reading it. I probably just need to reset and tear this thing down like I have to do once every 2-3 weeks and put everything back together nice and tell it I love it, and it starts working properly.
Those dang interwebs.
So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's goals? How's everybody's daily goals? We're going to get into that. I'm going to explain it deeper, and we're going to look at some stuff about setting goals. You set a goal, and then we're going to look at leading and lagging indicators. We're also going to go through Staying Sober, this book right here by Terrence Gorski, and we're going to look at late recovery and on into the maintenance period. My goals have been going great this week. I have been, don't worry, I'm unstable.
Are we all, man?
You got me coughing. Yeah, Merc, we know how unstable you are. Not as unstable as Brad, but, you know, you're up there.
Number one and number two.
Brad's way up there, though. Like, Brad's way up there, you know. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you get value out of this today, please share it out. So my week, our week. You know, we've been trying to change our lifestyle every day. I found a verse in the Bible. I wish I could remember what it was.
You sent it to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it to Jake too, I think. But there was something that stood out to me about this Bible verse because it says, does anyone want to live long? Does anybody want to live a life that is long and prosperous? Raise your hand if you want to live a long, prosperous life. I do. Here's some things you can do. Then keep your tongue from speaking evil, weird, and your lips from telling lies. Turn away from evil and do good. And here's the last key thing that just got me. Search for peace and work to maintain it. So in your daily life, what are you doing to search for peace? And I take this on everything, right? What is not causing me comfort? What is causing me the opposite of peace? Frustration, overwhelming. And there's times that you got to be overwhelmed and underwhelmed. And anxiety is a good thing in situations to where you're putting yourself out there. Like if you get up to do a public speech and you feel the pressure of people watching you, just like when we put for example, what made me think of this is I shot a video and I shot my brother's wedding, right? Took a whole bunch of pictures. I put all these pictures together. I make them a 30-minute video of their whole wedding. I throw it out there in front of them. I feel pressure from that because I'm putting my work on display to see and to let them judge, let the world judge what I have just produced, right? And that pressure, that anxiety, that's okay to go through. That makes us stronger. That makes us, and it takes bravery to get there. A lot of people will crumple up and give up because I can't face that pressure and anxiety. You have to face that stuff in life. How do you think a baseball player feels when there's bases loaded and 2 outs and it's the bottom of the ninth and they can hit a walk-off grand slam? That's pressure, and so anything that's causing peace to be hindered in your life, except the normal anxieties that make you grow, anything that's hindering peace. And I look at my family situation. I look at interactions with my dad or my aunt or my sister, my cousin, Felice's family, our relationship,
Felice.
my kids' relationship, especially Felice. What about these relationships and my growth process day to day? And I don't neglect them and I don't put a cold shoulder on them, but if certain type of behaviors that they have interfere with my peace, I'm just going to bow out for a little while. You know what I mean? So search peace, search out and find peace. First, keep your tongue from speaking evil and telling lies. We know that from chapter 5, right? Honesty. You got to be completely honest. And then search peace, and then work to maintain that. So right now, as we come into this sobriety journey, right? We had our addiction, we had our motivational crisis. We go into what we call the stabilization period, chemical coming out of our body, gaining control of our thought process, our emotional reactions and behaviors. And then we get into early recovery, and now we're getting into this late recovery and maintenance. And this is where we start searching out peace, and that's through spiritual connection. And that's through daily working on your body, your bio, psycho, and your social relationships to have peace. And then you work to maintain that. We're going to talk about that today. If you haven't noticed, I have up in this corner right here, Mr. Teeter and Asia. Asia got put in the hospital a few days ago. And so this is the prayer corner. For those of you who are new to the show, what we do is if you have a need and you want the community to pray about it during our live stream, send me a picture. We'll put you up here in the prayer corner, and we encourage everybody just to give some positive vibes, energy, give Teeter some love, Asia some love as he's going through what he's going through, so that we can all collectively, as a unit, connect our vibes.
Vibe connected.
Vibe connection for Teeter, and send it his way. So anybody else wants to be up there and needs some prayers, let me know. We've done this for people a lot in the past. We haven't done it for a while until Teeter was like, put us in the prayer corner. I was like, oh, yeah, the prayer corner.
That's true.
So, yeah, spank that like button if you're getting a value.
I really like that verse because what a lot of times bring us not peace, our big fat mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I just told a lie. Guess what I'm not going to have?
Peace, because now I'm going to keep trying to cover up that lie. And now my life is chaos. There's things that are out of our control, like other people, but still what comes out of your mouth, you can control.
Like talking crap to Brad and getting smacked in the mouth.
Boom.
That's going to, hey, Brad, you're a pow. You get hit right in the mouth. That's going to ruin your peace.
That's not peace.
Yeah, so.
I was like, oh, I like how those go together.
Pursue peace. Pursue peace this week, y'all. What are you going to do tomorrow that's going to bring peace to your life? And if it works, maintain it. Now, real quick, this is a recovery channel, and I'm going to let Felice say hi to everybody here in just a second. But I want you to start thinking about your day. All your days last week, okay? Your whole day. As soon as you get out of bed, I don't care if you're waking up early or you're sleeping in. If you're the kind of person that jumps out of bed 2 minutes before they got to be to work, and all of a sudden the rest of the day is just smashing you in the face. And then till you go to bed, until your eyes are closed and you're asleep. Everything in between that freaking 14, 16 hours, whatever it may be. For your recovery, are you gaining peace? Are you gaining growth? Is what you are doing working for you? Is it working? Do you see growth daily? If it's not, things need to change. So kind of just start thinking about yourself. This is an introspective channel. We want you thinking about you, and we're here to grow together and maintain this peace we're talking about. But right now, focus on your day. Is it working? Is what you're doing in your recovery working? How do you measure it? Right? So we're going to start talking about that here in a little bit. I'm going to sit back for a second and let Felice say what's up.
First, I'd like to say hello to Michael Teeter. Cheers. Cheers, Michael.
Cheers, mate.
Just for you.
What's up,
today.
Quinn?
That cup's for you today, Michael. So I'll start at the top. I'll go kind of quick. We got Cody in the house. Number 1.
Woo.
Looking forward to the lesson today. Teeter time second. I beat Brad. Attaboy.
Good.
Jim, good evening, beautiful people. Always remember you're loved, you're needed, and you're worth it.
Amen, Jim.
Today's message is sponsored by Jim Hartley.
Jim Hartley, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Sky. Don't fall
Hey,
asleep.
Sky. How are you?
She's taking off her glasses and turning off her light.
She's probably already sleeping.
Good night.
Go to sleep. Go
Lullaby.
to sleep, little
Derek,
Sky.
what's up? Reggie George. Hi.
Hey.
I'm Reggie.
Nice to meet you, Reggie.
Nice to meet you, Reggie.
Very
Desmond,
nice to meet you.
how's everything going there, mate? Jeanette, welcome.
Hey, Jeanette. How things going over in your land?
Marilyn W.
Hey,
Good
Marilyn.
evening, everyone. I
Good to
love
see
seeing
ya.
you in there, Marilyn. Can always count on you being here watching. I love it. Jamie Rose.
Blink 169 on Fort. Yes, we definitely read the chat.
No, not yelling into the void. Just not to the bottom yet.
I blink.
What up? Mo, Cherie, love you. You're beautiful. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Who else? Amanda Grubbs.
Amanda.
What's up, man? We love seeing those pictures of you.
Have you guys
Mark and
seen
Leslie, man? So cool.
Amanda? I need Amanda. I need Amanda hug and kiss.
Let's see. Who else we got?
Better not lay a finger on my
Meant to
butterfinger.
send emoji. You got butterfingers? That sounds good. Leslie, what's up? LP in the house. Let's see. We got to the mic check. Victor Castillo. I see you and hear you. Cool. Who else? Who else we got? Brad Kendall. Shut up, LT. Patrice. Good to see you. Geesh, what is up? Christine, hello.
Live long and prosper.
Massachusetts here.
Hey, what's up, Bob? I thought you were going to bed. What you
Hey,
doing
Bob.
up so late?
Bob,
It's like
Bob, Bob.
10:13 where you live.
Talk too fast.
Here comes baby Moo Moo.
There's my baby Moo Moo. What's up, Cody?
Cody's praying for the teeter.
Yeah, finish that sentence.
Teeter.
Awkward.
Oh, great.
What's up, Quinn? Who else? Epi, Big Brother. Sleep for peace, eat for peace, gym for peace, music for peace, everything for peace.
Everything for peace.
Everything. Let me tell you everything.
I like what Kenda Heyman said.
Let's hear it.
Always have to protect our peace. I protect it like it's my child.
Ah, I love it.
A good way to put it.
Ditch in the dark. Or, sounded cooler. Ditch
Ah.
in the drink.
Cool.
My brain pre-read that. What's up, Blink again? I made it to you. See? Boom. There you are.
It is a joke.
What's a joke?
What he said earlier.
Oh.
So, does that kind of a cool effect for y'all? Me coming out of this side of my speaker and you're coming out.
Coming out of this side of the speaker?
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Or
It's
is
like
it
you're standing
weird?
right in front of us, isn't it?
Cam Fuller.
Linky has a joke.
Been sober for 2 years now. I had a girl.
Ever tried eating your clock? It's very time consuming.
Who else? Kim is new. Welcome, new Kim. Good evening, brothers and sisters. What's up? And Alan Hoffer in a house. The Hofferman. The Hofferman. That's everybody.
Sweet.
Wait. Nicole's here now. The auto is reversed for me.
Oh,
Somebody's
weird.
got their earbuds in backwards.
Switch the earbuds. Unless it's her phone. And it's an Android, so it probably is backwards.
Let's see. I'll see. No. About the speaker on the phone. Please come out of the bottom.
Okay, number 1 for leaving it in stereo. Put it in the comments. Number 2's, I'll put the audio back to where we both come out of both speakers. 1, leave it. 2, change it. You decide. And as we start thinking about, you know what sucks is like...
Lamisha.
Misha's here?
La.
Oh, Lamisha.
Lamisha. I'm coming
Couple
up on
1 year. Starting to get bored.
Oh, don't get bored. Hang out with us.
Well,
Join
we
our
need
Discord.
to kind of evaluate your life. I mean, what do you be, Merc? At least it's a even number, so I'll take that as a 2. Oh, man. Lots of
What did
2s. There's
Merc?
1s.
Change it. Jim hates it.
Blink169, thank you so much for your comments, and thank you for the watch time you're giving us, brother.
9999999.
Quinn's is backwards, too. And his earbuds are brand new.
Sounds cool, but I thought it was crazy.
All right, I'm going to switch it.
All right, and I'm going to post the link
There
to
we
the Discord.
go.
If you're new here, please join us in the Discord. That's where you'll meet a lot of very cool people around the world for 24-hour support or just friends to chat with.
Blink169 out there. I know you guys can't see his comments because he's the only one on Twitch watching, but he is definitely in need of some help. If everybody could pray for this Blink169 on Fort, some type of gamer dude. We're with you, brother. Hang in there.
My
So,
laptop's is backwards.
goals. Are we still coming through loud and clear? Goals. What kind of goals are you setting to your daily life? And if you're getting bored, I'd really to have a conversation with you about the boredom after 1 year. It's like, are you getting bored with recovery, or are you getting bored with life? Are you getting bored with just, I don't know, your job? Is it Like, what are you getting bored with? Is it recovery? I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of going to groups. I'm sick of going to meetings, and recovery is just old now. I got my year in. I'm sick of hearing it. I think I've learned everything I can learn. I would like to know. And maybe I could better speak to that. But right now, let's talk about goals. Does anybody know what a leading indicator is versus a lagging indicator? We've been hitting this all week. We hit it all week in our group at here at Iron House in the evenings with our face-to-face meetings. And I want to talk about your goals, right? Say that you set a 6-month goal to be sober. I'm going to be sober for 6 months. And basically you turn into a white knuckle, right? I'm going to white knuckle it for 6 months. I'm going to grind miserably, right? I'm going to feel ashamed. I'm going to feel overwhelmed. What do you say?
Just giving a shout out. Friend is coming up on 5 years of sober.
Ah, sweet. Congrats to that person. That's awesome.
Thank you, Twitch. Finish. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So your goal, right? You're looking way in the future, 6 months away, and you want to be sober. You're holding your breath. You're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you'll make it. Maybe you won't, right? So setting that goal, when you set a goal, say in 6 months, I still want to be sober. The goal that you just set is a lagging indicator. A lagging indicator is something you can only measure. We have to be able to measure our progress somehow, right? If you're going to burn calories during the day, you need to have your heart rate monitored basically, and you need to look at the food you're taking in. And that's your measurements. You can't measure your progress without taking notes and writing things down. So 6 months would be something you could write down if you stayed sober by just focusing on that lagging indicator, so that when you finally get to 6 months sober, you can look back and see what you did to get there. So I want to talk about setting a lagging indicator goal, which would be 6 months sober. But look at 2 ways you could do it. I'm going to throw out 6 months and I'm going to just grind with my head down and I'm just going to white knuckle it and hopefully I get there to 6 months. Or you can throw out that lagging indicator and forget about it. You put your head down and say, what do I need to do tomorrow to achieve my goal in 6 months, which would be the leading indicator. So tomorrow, to stay sober, what do I need to do? I need to wake up. I need to have my mind set right, my intention. Sometimes you can, there you go, Quinn. Quinn's heard this speech before. You need to set your intention for the day. And Geesh has done a great job with this. He's inspired me to do that. It's just kind of when you wake up, no matter what happens today, you tell yourself, no matter what happens today, I'm going to take it and look at everything in a positive side, on the positive light. He's like, yep, I got pneumonia, but it's only in one lung, that kind of thing. So you can set your goal for 6 months. You can put your head down. You can start grinding, right? You can start retraining your mind. You can go to your group therapies. You can go to your individual therapies. You can start working out. You can start dieting. You can start eating clean. You can go on hikes. You can start meditating. Keep your head down, right? And meditate and pray. You can learn about yourself. You can start learning about your behaviors, your triggers, and start making changes according to this just daily, just small little changes every day. Like tonight, it's Monday. Some of us got to get up and go to work in the morning. So tomorrow, what are you going to set as a leading indicator that's going to help the rest of your week? And then you can finally achieve that goal once you get there in 6 months, right? When you lift your head up after 6 months of focusing on things like what you can take care of day to day to get to that 6 months, you're going to pull your head up and look around and be like, whoa, it's been 6 months and I'm sober. You're going to do it a lot easier. You're not going to white knuckle it. You're not going to beat yourself up along the way. And not only are you going to be sober for that whole 6 months, you're going to look back and go, wow, look at how much I've grown. A lot of times when people set their lagging indicator and just arbitrarily shoot for it and hope they get there, barely achieve that goal if they do at all. People that set those lagging goals, throw them out there and forget about them and focus on what they can do today to get to that goal, usually get to that goal and surpass it insurmountably. Huge. Kobe Bryant said,
Big.
If you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'm going to spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. So what can you do tomorrow to sharpen this axe in your recovery to chop down this tree of life, right? That's what we're on taking here. You got to grind the axe. You got to sharpen the axe. And another thing too, that kind of hit me, and this is kind of off the wall and over here to the left a little bit, but what do you do when you cut yourself? You go and put it in the water and rinse it. When you bring fruit home, what do? You take it to the sink and you rinse it off, right? Your dog gets dirty, you spray him with a hose. Your truck gets wet. Anything you do that gets dirty, you rinse it with water. So if you've been a drug addict and an alcoholic, rinse your freaking guts out and stuff with water. So just drink water. Sharpen your axe and focus on leading, indicating goals. Stuff you can do tomorrow that's going to help you the next day, the next day, the next day. Then you look back, you measure it, and see how far surpass that goal you're going to be because you're focused on the right things.
Yeah, I love that advice. That helped me a lot because I look at the big goal and then I get frustrated and want to quit. And Jeanette says, Alan has critical high blood pressure and I am pre-hypertension. So goals are going to be in play. Big changes coming. Atta girl.
Heck yeah.
Start small. Don't just try and cut everything out right away. Just take something out every day, add something in. It's so much easier that way for me anyways.
Quinn brought up the exact definition of a leading indicator versus a lagging indicator. So if you want to get it real quick in your mind, a leading indicator is looking through the windshield at the road coming at you. A lagging indicator is looking at the rearview mirror to where you've already been.
Mm-hmm. Ditching the drink.
Ditching
I like that mindset. LT, one way of getting structure back into your life and being positive.
It's the only way we're going to make it. And we got to grow. I mean, if we're not growing, like I said, now tomorrow, look at the day that you had last week in your recovery. Is it working for you? Are you happy? Are you finding peace? If it's not working for you, freaking change it. Do something to change it. And it doesn't have to be something crazy. You don't have to move across the country. You don't have to freaking sell the house. It just has to be small little changes to start feeding yourself with positive energy, positive education. What can you actually control in your life? Can you control the weather? No. Can you control the traffic? No. Can you control where you're born, who your parents are, right? None of that stuff's out of your control. What you can control is what you put in your ears and in your eyes. And you can control what you intake in your body as far as nutrition. Those three things alone, by what you eat, what you watch, and what you listen to, can change your mood drastically. If you don't believe me, go watch some depressing murder stories for 3 nights in a row and tell me how you feel Thursday and Friday, if you wake up happy or not. Or watch something positive, watch something energizing, watch something that's going to lift your spirits, educate your mind, and feed your soul. And then you tell me how Thursday and Friday go. Put it to the test. I'm telling you.
James says, so this is setting a long-term goal with just for today, every day until the goal is achieved?
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. So you get to a tree and I've thrown an axe against it and I say, I need this chopped down in 6 hours. You just going to grab that axe and just start working at it? No, you'll probably grab the axe and be like, okay, I probably don't have the right shoes on. Let me go make sure I got the right shoes on. There's a half an hour spent, maybe I need some gloves because I might get blisters when I'm start chopping the axe. And then you notice the axe head is not sharp at all. You're like, take one whack at the tree. Oh man, that's not sharp. I better sharpen this. So basically what we're doing with our life is we are sharpening ourselves. And iron sharpens iron here in a community of believers, right? And people in recovery helping each other. As our motto goes, we recover better together. That sharpening is keeping us sharp so that when we untake these hard times, those behaviors, those triggers, the high-risk situations, and I'll tell you about mine just yesterday, that we are prepared and sharp enough to take on the work at hand, right? And the work at hand here for us is to have peaceful, happy lives, maintain that, and never go back to the craziness we were just in. The unmanageability of our lives, the destruction of relationships that ensued, the tornadoes and disasters, the DUIs, the freaking criminal cases, the probation officers, everything, the bad reputations, the inability to get a job on paper, everything that has followed us up to this point. The reason we're here watching stuff about recovery. We don't want to go back to that. So what can we do to start retraining our mind? And that's what's going to fit perfectly in with what we're about to get into, late recovery and maintenance.
Yeah, Mo says that she's having a tough time this week with all the new changes going on in her life, have been isolating and not reaching out. Well, glad you're here tonight, Mo, and I'm glad you're reaching out now. You know where you are every day at 1. We're here for you.
Freaking mad. I don't know if she's serious or not.
Probably is. She's like a bat.
Watch out, Mark. She's going to suck your blood.
All right. Vote. Best vampire movie of all time.
Dang, best vampire movie.
I
of all
don't know
time.
already.
You're gonna say Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm. Always.
But I like Blade.
Okay, Blade's cool.
Blade's badass. And then
Number 2. That's number 2.
Brad Pitt in what is that one?
Vampire. Dracula.
Something was pretty awesome. The dude from Sesame Street was pretty cool.
One.
Let's
Goal
look at
number 1.
All right. So Bryson says goal number 1, first being sober. Goal number 2, rest, sleep,
Interview with a
8-hour goal. Yeah, interview with a vampire. That's a good one. Eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. Goal 4, walk, run, lift weights. Goal 5, pray to a higher power. Then your 5 senses are sharp, then take you to a higher level of understanding. Amen, dude. And if you've been putting that type of stuff in practice, you will see the changes. Keep your head down, grind it out for 2 weeks, making small changes every day. Make sure the next day is 1% better in your performance, your lack of motivation, meaning making yourself motivated and not being lazy, not being a procrastinator, knocking out these character defects, achieving some things that are small and minute, but just small, and every day gets 1% better. You get through a month, that's 30% better than you were a month ago. Small changes. And I've noticed that just kind of weaning yourself, obviously weaning ourselves off of drugs did not work, but weaning yourself into lifestyle changes is a proven success.
True Blood is a vampire show?
True Blood.
Never seen it. Cody agrees with you, Blade. Leslie's on Team Lost Boys.
Leslie is?
Uh-huh. Epi's Team Blade.
I think I'm with Epi. Blade, Lost Boys, and Interview with a Vampire.
Queen of the Damned? I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Teeter likes those sparkly vampires.
Oh, they're not real vampires. Do you guys see that meme where it's like how Twilight should have ended and it's Blade like standing behind the Twilight guy? That was so funny.
Where's the other one?
Yeah, Bryson. Transylvania.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
Okay. Karate Kid doesn't count. But watch Cobra Kai.
No mercy.
Boom.
No mercy.
What the heck did he name his dojo? Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang. Late recovery period. We want to get into this or what?
Yeah, don't watch horror shows then. They're bad for you.
That's true. I mean, like we were just talking about earlier, what you put in your ears and eyes goes into your heart and then it comes out into your actions.
Underworld. That's pretty good. Okay.
So late recovery, the primary goal of this. Okay. So we've gone through let me see if I still have the picture up in here.
Ooh, is this one where I can walk on the top?
I think so. So you see here, we got pre-treatment, stabilization, early recovery, middle recovery. And now we're on to this stage right here where her fingers are right now.
Oh, right here.
Late recovery. Okay. That's what we're talking about. And in this period of recovery, the primary goal is personality change for the development of a healthy self-esteem, the capacity for healthy intimacy, and the ability to live happily and productively. Are you achieving this? If not, you may be at an earlier stage in recovery still. And remember, recovery is not a straight line. It's like I go from here to here. Remember, recovery looks like this. It's a progress like this one, right? See this? See it move?
Yeah. We have a camera ghost.
Right there. Wonder why it does that. See, now look at the gap at the top.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we have a fake studio, and that's the back. Like it's dark back there.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And that's like a fake wall. This is not real.
I don't know why it moves like that. It's really strange. I'm going to put this up then. more.
Yeah, join Discord. I'll drop the link again. Boom skis.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop a bunch of links. Drop YouTube, Facebook, all of them.
So how do you change your personality? It is time to evaluate personal values, beliefs about self, others, and the world, self-defeating patterns of living, and intimacy and relationships skills. We were raised, most of us, being taught the wrong way to live. And now we have to evaluate everything we've been taught and the way that we interact with the world and see if it's the correct way to do so. And this is all at the end of the day to bring peace for yourself. And you're doing this for yourself, nobody else. Let me read that again. It is time to evaluate personal values, beliefs about self, others, and the world, self-defeating patterns of living, and intimacy and relationship skills. Do you have relationship skills? Or do you only want to talk about you because you got a little bit of narcissism? Or you take everything wrong and they're always the one to blame for the chaos that's in the relationship when really it's the way you act towards it. If these are not working in your life as you would like, if that stuff's not happening the way that you would like, late recovery is time for restructuring them. How are you going to restructure what you don't know is not working? Like I said, journal it out. We're going to have to write, I'm starting up this class again, and I'm going to show you the little reward you get when you finish this class. And so I'm going to do a sign-up sheet. And if you make it, you're going to get this cool little reward. And I'll show you that here in a sec if I get enough thumbs up in the comments. Should we show them the thing? Oh, Big Hump. Thanks, brother.
What up, Hump?
Should we show them what we ordered? Okay, so we got some stuff on order.
I want to. I get too excited.
We got some stuff on order, some merchy type stuff. One of them is a thing that's going to be for those who finish the class that I do here online. And this is kind of what I've been waiting for to start this next one. So if you want to see it, throw a number. What do you want to throw in the comments for that?
Throw a number 3 because that's my favorite number.
Okay. If everybody throws a number 3 in the comments, I'll show you. Anyway, let's get back to this. So if that stuff's not working in your life, if you don't understand your own values, if you are living with self-defeating patterns, if you're having problems with intimacy and relationship skills, you're not living happily and productively. It's time to restructure them. And how do you know what is working and what isn't working? And if you aren't keeping track, at least taking a log of some sort, right? So I've started tracking. This is what I track for my daily personal life because I have a goal of hitting 190 pounds. I started out at 217 a little over a month ago. I'm down to 205. And I couldn't do that if every day I didn't track and see where I am with my carbs, fats, and proteins. I wouldn't do that every day if I didn't see where I was with my heart rate and my steps and what type of workouts that I do. And what do I have to do that? I have to get disciplined. I have to, while I'm eating, I write down. It's easy these days. I got apps that do everything. And I just punch in some numbers and there it is. That's what I did. We go to the gym. I've set a discipline in my life to be a certain place at a certain time every single night, no matter what. Obviously, things happen in life and I may miss a couple, but there's not going to be much that'll get in the way of me getting to where I say I'm going to be. That's the type of restructuring that has to happen. If the stuff you're doing is not working, try something new. And then I'm trying not to swear. Don't give up. Commit to it. And don't give up. When we're happy, we're like, tomorrow I'm going to do it because your emotions are so high and excited. How about tomorrow commit to something you said you would do when your emotions are high, right? When you go to do it and you're like, I don't want to do this no more. How many times have we given up? Commit for a freaking month, regardless of your mood. Don't let anything get in the way. Obviously, family emergencies. I'm not talking about that stuff, right? I'm talking about excuses, lame ass excuses. Get in the way of achieving a goal and make a freaking commitment to it and watch how you feel after a month of doing that type of stuff, of restructuring this life we're talking about so that we can live happy and productive lives. And then guess what? We pull our head out of the books. We pull our head out of our commitments and we look around for a minute and we're like, holy crap, it's 6 months and I've been sober. And now I feel better. I look better. I'm doing better. And that lifestyle starts to become so ugly, so distant that you don't even want, it's not even a thing anymore. You just want to continue up this path of growth and happiness because it only gets better if you're putting in the work. All right. Number 3 is I'm going to pull up my email. I'm going to screen share.
Jeanette also wants to see the journal, and they want to know about the class time.
The time is something we're going to have to figure out. So let me throw this over here. I'm going to screen share. Okay, first thing I'll show you is a journal. I haven't figured out how we're going to distribute these yet. All this is still in the air because we're regathering. So this is a leather-bound journal, and it's got Recovering Addict
It worked.
written on it right there. I changed the thing.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so that's first thing that we have. The second thing that's under the laser right now are these right here. Whoa, let's redo that stream share. Gosh dang it.
Do over.
These are cool. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Chrome tab. That's better. So these are made out of aluminum. Okay.
Aluminium.
So we got blue, green, yellow, and then Recovering Addict colors red and black. On the back, it has "We recover better together." This is the actual order sheet that we ordered. It says "We recover better together 30 days, 60 days, 90 days." And then once you hit 6 months and a year, you get Recovering Addicts black and red.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
then my favorite thing, this one right here. Boom, there's the Zippo. So I got 50 of these coming, that's a Zippo. Awesome lighter. If you don't smoke, they're still awesome. You can throw them in your camping gear or just have it hanging out. And then if you finish this class that we've done before, we've done 2 of them. Nobody's ever really finished it. I don't even think I finished it. The next time we're going to sign up. And if you can graduate this class, which is just making it to every one of them, being engaged, doing the homework, we will send you one of these. I believe they're made out of stainless steel. You can put them on a chain. Has RA on the front. We recover better together. Graduate on the back.
Yeah. I'm excited about these.
Yeah,
and why
me
did
too.
we pick dog tags? Because everybody in recovery or in active addiction wanting to recover is a warrior. You are soldiers. You're amazing. And you all inspire me. Add to cart. Add to cart. Maybe.
Yeah, it's always good to do them again. I saw somebody, oh man, I can't remember if it was the Facebook group or was the Discord. Somebody asked, when do the steps just become second nature? What?
Ingy, I think you're right. I changed
Buffy?
my answer.
Oh, I forgot about Buffy.
I did too. And
She's a vampire slayer, though.
It's a vampire movie.
Okay, I guess.
Buffy, Lost Boys. I used to watch Buffy all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What?
Meh. A little bit. Oh, that was Jamie's question.
What?
Okay, so she asked in the Discord somewhere, when do the steps just become second nature? You know, like when you're doing them. I'm going to first ask, have you memorized them? Can you say 12 steps without looking at the paper? Can you go step 1? Came to believe. Wait, what is step 1?
Powerless.
We admitted that our lives were powerless, right? No. No, I can't remember. We're yelling about memorizing them.
Great part.
Oh, don't tell me. I'm gonna say them out loud.
Okay, while you're thinking about that, I would just like to shout out Jara Johnson because she is the one that is providing us with these lighters and dog tags, and she's awesome. And we love
Say
her.
the name of her store.
Gold Star Awards engraving. Boom.
Cheater.
Is it on there?
I don't know. So, okay. We admitted that we were powerless over drugs or alcohol, that our life had become unmanageable. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Turned our will and our life over to the care of God as we understood him. Made a fearless and searching moral inventory of ourselves. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. right? Number 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character. Humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. Made a list of all the persons we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Made amends to all such people wherever possible, unless to do so would harm them or others. 10, continue to take personal inventory and were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, made us
11.
11. Continue to take. Now you're messing me up.
Sorry. Go.
Ah, sheesh.
10. Do 10 over.
No, I got it. Conscious contact with God. For his will for us and the power to carry that out. To that effect. And then having had a spiritual awakening due to these steps, we to return the favor to some other dudes.
Nailed it. That was pretty awesome for not doing
Close
that.
enough.
My favorite's 11.
11. So my first thing would be memorize them, right? Have them in your mind. If you don't have it in your mind, it's not going to become second nature, first of all. And then throughout your day, once you have it memorized and you encounter hard problems, or maybe you tell a lie, or maybe you burst out and yell at somebody, you can literally, and I've done this before, as I lay in bed and I go, wow, I'm powerless over that. My life became unmanageable as soon as I did this action or thought this thought. And then you run yourself through the steps and then you go back and apologize, right? That's kind of step 10. That's taking personal inventory, which goes back to 7 and 8 and 9, or 6 and 7. You know, your character defects. Do you know what your character defects? Are you looking at yourself in the light of your shortcomings? What are your shortcomings? You know, your resentments, your self-esteem, the way that you talk about yourself, the way you talk about others, your criticism. Are you engaged in understanding that about yourself? Practice. So memorize the steps. Understand your character defects, start recognizing them when they pop up and appear. Eventually, this will become second nature. And guess what? After you grind like that, you're going to pull your head up and 6 months is going to go by. You've been sober and you've grown.
Yeah.
Grind the axe.
Grind it. Everybody said you did a great job.
Thank you. No 13 stepping here, doggy.
No, boo.
Oh, man, that shit's funny.
Brad said, we'll give it to you, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
Ooh, yeah, Drop the Rock was good. Somebody said that's the best way they've ever heard the steps. Elmo. What about Grinder? No.
Hey, Hump, how about San
Hump.
Francisco Giants this year, man? They are looking good. And the Dodgers, Quinn, if you're still watching, Dodgers, boo. I think I'm going to say it now. August 1st, 2021, Giants are going to win the World Series. I'm saying it right now. I'm calling it.
Ooh, just like
Against the Phillies.
Ooh.
Wait, just kidding. Phillies are going to
the great grandfather.
Daily inventory.
win.
Let me show you what a daily inventory looks like, Jamie.
Geesh.
Right there. You got 17 character defects. If you look on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to see your defects. If you look at the far right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see character assets. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Look at it, evaluate it. That's a full week. That's Saturday through Friday. What you do is you go through these and Google it. Impatience. What does that really mean? What does it mean to be impatient? And then go down the list. You got procrastination, lazy, criticism, false pride, self-importance, self-condemnation, dishonesty, insincerity, self-justification, self-pity, jealousy, envy, vulgar or immoral thinking, destructive anger, punching walls like I used to, resentment, and negative thinking. And then work at being on the asset of those things. Number it 1 through 3. One is mild, 3 is, severe, 0 is if you didn't have any effects to that. And focus on those things while you're memorizing the 12 steps and watch your day. And now here's the hard part. Once you start understanding these character defects and you're working 12 steps, it's hard to not project onto people. When you see a person who isn't as far along as you in life, this doesn't go with just people in recovery. This is life. You're going to be like, that dude has, or that girl has this character defect, and I'm going to yell at him for it. you got that. We got to remain humble and grow, right? Love and empathy.
Except for when it comes to the Pirates and the Phillies, because the Phillies won today. It was awesome.
Pirates.
I'm pretty sure they lost the game before 0-7.
The Giants just beat the Pirates in a series.
Quinn says, "Whoa, settle down."
Oh, settle down.
And you and Epi used to be friends.
Oh, he's a Dodger guy, huh?
Yeah.
Every time I say Dodgers, I got to spit.
Brad says you need to work the steps again if you think the Giants are going to win.
I'm calling it right now. Giants are going to the freaking World Series. 100%. Wait till we get our first baseman back. We just got freaking... Who's that dude from New York? He came from the Cubs. Chris Bryant, or whatever his name is. Bryant. Yeah, Chris Bryant. LA smashed Arizona today.
Jamie loves it. Took a picture.
Sweet.
Screenshot.
All right, so, man, I'm not getting very far in this. All right, for some recovery people, let's get through this couple paragraphs real quick and discuss. So for some recovering people, late recovery poses no serious problem. They have come from relatively functional families. From childhood, they have developed healthy belief values, and they have learned strategies for constructive coping, right, with life. Their addictions have interfered with their ability to live productively. For these people, recovery means rehabilitation and a returning to previous level of health and well-being. You may be a part of that category. You may have been brought up good. You got good values. You just need to return to those. You just got off the road, right? And late recovery is not going to be that difficult for you. But other recovering people are not so fortunate. They have a great deal of work to do. Great deal of work to do in late recovery. I mean, this is work. We got to put in the work. And we're going to go back to the cliche. How much energy did you put into your addiction? Put that into your recovery now. It's time. When are you going to do it? Later?
Right. Yeah.
Later? I'll get to it later, as usual, as we've always said. One day, like I used to tell Felice, she'd be like, you're drinking. When are you going to quit? I'm like, I'm going to quit. One day, just
eventually.
Not today.
What is
One
that?
day.
Procrastination?
Just not today.
Where is it? What do? Promptness. Focus on promptness.
Well, at least we got Raiders in common. Dodgers.
Real quick, what do you do when you go through those 17 character defects and 12 of them are negative?
You have an understanding that you could possibly be on the road to relapse. And that's a warning sign. You go, whoa, I need to work on these. And so that's a measurement, right? I talked about leading indicators versus lagging indicator. It's a way to measure your day and look back at it, right? And now you have an indication, a measurement to which you can adjust from. You can't succeed if you don't measure, and that's a way to measure. And so now you say, I'm assuming that 12 of yours were negative. I'm assuming negative means that they were high in the sense that you had a hard time with them. Now you look at the assets of those 12. You look back on that day and go, why was this? Why did I have whatever character defect? Let's just say impatience. Why did I act impatient? What did I want that I had to have right now, and what got in my way? What was I not ready for? Did I not practice the geesh and say, I'm going to take everything no matter what happens and have a positive attitude towards it? You change it. So tomorrow, you try to work on those assets. You think about the situations that made you score like that, and you handle them differently. And the fact that you're even trying to handle them differently is 1% better than it was the day before. We're not perfect, right? Progress, not perfection. I like what Nicole said. What did she say? She said something about trying. Nicole, what is that quote you said? It was so awesome. Like progress is perfection. Making progress is perfection, or something like that effect. That you're actually trying to make progress is the perfection.
Okay, how about asking God to remove my character defects if 12 are negative?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. But I think people use God very loosely, kind of in that manner, because God will put people in your lives to direct you the way you should go. Like right now, we're directing you with those 12 negative assets to change them to positive assets.
Yeah, like that.
And we can't change those for you. You have to do that yourself. So God works
Like the story
lots
goes.
of ways.
Like the story goes, if you pray to God for patience, Lord, give me patience. He's going to give you stuff to be impatient about just to help you work through it, right?
Yeah.
God, please help me with my patience. Tomorrow you're in a traffic jam.
Right. But also another good example is, say you want to plant a garden and you say, God, give me a good crop, but you don't do any work. You know what I mean?
Got to dig.
You
You got
don't
to
dig
plant.
the soil. You don't plant the seeds. You don't water the seeds. You know, how's God going to provide a good crop? You know what I mean?
Got to put in the work. If there's any moderators online, please kick Teeter. On top of him saying Raiders barf, he's a Broncos fan. Broncos. Can you believe that?
Oh, I like that, Dustin. God.
All right, so
God does show you the path, and you got to choose to take it.
amen, Dustin. So other recovering people are not so fortunate. They have a great deal of work to do in late recovery because they were raised in a dysfunctional or addictive families, or began using alcohol or drugs at such a young age that emotional growth and development were arrested. They have never learned normal, healthy beliefs and attitudes about life and living. Many have developed emotional problems unrelated to their addictions. That have resulted in their inability to achieve comfort and meaning in sobriety. So arrested development. You grow to be 6, 8, 10 years old. You started doing drugs at that age. You're arrested development. You've never learned proper healthy things. So in another sense, you are an adult now, but still a child inside. You've been trained the wrong way, mentally, emotionally, and the way that you react with the world and relationships. And now you have to be retaught, re-raised as a person. And now you're old at that age, you know, that you're going to have to do this to yourself. And it's not easy because we got pride and ego that gets in the way because you feel like you're right, even though you're more than likely not. I stopped down to the adult probation and parole last week just to see if we could help them out. And we got a meeting with them on the 26th of this month to talk about recovering addict. And he was talking about the benefit of what we have here online in this community that he could use there for his, probation needs, whatever you call them, people on probation. And he's
Probation, he's probably right.
he's like, he goes, it's crazy. He goes, this is the only life some people know. He goes, there's people in this system whose parents were in this system, whose parents were in this system. And they just think it's a normal way of life just to always be on paper, in and out of jail, on probation. And that type of person's going to have to take a hard look at their life. And that's going to take a lot of work, a lot of closing back doors, deleting phone numbers, cutting people out of your life if you want a successful, happy life that's not in a system of drug addiction and crime, right? Mm-hmm. In order to resolve these issues that go back to your childhood or adolescence, you must first recognize that these issues have created mistaken beliefs that are interfering with comfortable sobriety. You must first recognize that these issues have created mistaken beliefs that are interfering with comfortable sobriety, which is why sobriety feels uncomfortable for a lot of people, and they go right back to using. These beliefs are forming the basis of self-defeating judgments and decisions. You must carefully analyze, with the help of a skilled therapist, the dynamics of the family you grew up in. You need to identify the mistaken beliefs that developed that are now interfering with a meaningful and comfortable sobriety. You must then make decisions to change. You must then make the decision to change how you think and act in response to daily challenges. How do I see it? I've seen this one 100 times through my family, through the way that I used to act. A bunch of people on probation that I was in jail with, they go get a job and they're like, that motherfucker ain't gonna tell me what to do. I ain't no bitch. And I'm just like, dude, he's your boss. Like,
right.
That type of mindset jumping into the workforce is not going to get you very far. Go ahead.
I just like what you said up here. He said, when you're talking about gardens, you got to pull those weeds religiously.
Exactly.
I completely concur. Jamie said, we got to break that family cycle.
Gotta.
Uncle Daddy, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Exactly. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Jump Little Doggy says, wrong, Daddy. If nothing changes, your clean date will.
Nothing changes. Your clean date will. I love that one. That's a great one. Thank you, Marilyn, for the super sticker.
Yeah, thank you, Marilyn. Much appreciated.
You must then make a decision to change how you think and act in response to those daily challenges and problems. Right? Like I said before, is what you're doing today working? Is what you've been doing the last, I don't know what your clean date is. I know some of yours. I don't know everybody's. Up to this point in recovery, is it working for you? Or are you still white knuckling it, just teetering on the edge? Teetering on the edge between sobriety and addiction. And addiction's not looking any worse than sobriety. And sobriety isn't looking any better than addiction, where it's just like either or is good for me at this point. That's kind of the where you're at, then it's probably not working. The end result of resolving these long existing issues is the freedom from mistaken beliefs. One mistaken belief is I'm a piece of crap. I'm not good enough. What was planted in your head as a child that you repeat to yourself today? It allows you the opportunity to develop healthy self-esteem that can result in spiritual growth, healthy intimacy, and a productive, meaningful life. The purpose of late recovery is developing belief systems, value systems, and coping skills for full and productive living. When your lifestyle is stabilized, you come to want something more. That's what I'm talking about. There's this point I hit in my recovery that I had to remind myself that, hey, you're here because you were a drunk, or you were a meth addict. And I was like, wait, no, I'm here to continue growing. And it becomes this like, whoa, this is much better lifestyle. I love this. And you kind of forget that you got here because of your drinking. When your lifestyle is stabilized, you come to want something more. It can be a dangerous time because your addictive personality will cause you to want an addictive lifestyle. So this is kind of dangerous. You could switch to an addictive lifestyle. You must recognize that the purpose of life is to not escape reality. We're not here to escape reality. We're here to enjoy every moment. When your whole purpose in life was to live in the fast track, you knew how to get immediate gratification. In order to live a more fulfilled life, you need to make changes that may be temporarily painful. We talked about that before when the necessary mess. What's a necessary mess? If you really want to clean the house, you're going to make a bigger mess before it would, than it was when you started. To get where you want to go, there's going to be some temporary painful times. Cutting people off, changing the way you eat. That's not easy. All of a sudden you cut a few 100 calories out of your diet. You're going to be hungry for a minute until you start seeing results and get used to it. During late recovery, you look at your purpose for living and make changes in values that will allow you to live a more meaningful life. And now the maintenance period. The primary goal of the maintenance period is a productive, sober living. This involves maintaining an effective recovery program, identifying relapse, warning signs, daily problem solving, and productive living. Are you doing that right now? Are you maintaining an effective recovery program? Are you identifying relapse warning signs? How is your daily problem solving going? And are you living productively? Addiction is a chronic disease that never goes away. As a recovering person, you must maintain a sobriety-centered lifestyle. And that makes managing stress, resolving problems, maintaining honesty in your personal relationships a priority. So what is a priority in your life now that you're a sober person? A sober-centered lifestyle, what does it look like? You're managing stress, right? You're resolving problems. You're maintaining honesty in your personal relationships, and you're making all this a priority. You must also maintain an awareness of your addictive potential and carefully avoid addictive chemicals and compulsive behaviors.
Yep. Thank you, Hump. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Hump. Have a good night, brother.
3 weeks clean today, inpatient treatment right now. Hey, boy, keep it up.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Yeah. Guess what time it is?
Who are we not?
God,
God.
grant me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
We will be back next Sunday. Throughout the week, you can join Jake early in the morning if you'd like to set your intentions for the day on Facebook. I will see y'all probably tomorrow at 1 in our Zoom meetings. If you go to the Discord, we have daily Zoom meetings. We get to hang out and get to know each other. But until we see you back here live on YouTube and all the rest, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember,
We recover better together.